After hearing about ghosts and spirits from Ranvir's mouth, the innocent Mahi opened her eyes and started looking at Ranvir. It was clear from her face that she was scared. Mahi said in fear, but she could only say that Ranvir put his lips on her trembling lips and started kissing her. Mahi was shocked to see Ranvir doing this. She angrily started hitting Ranvir on the shoulder. But Ranvir held both Mahi's hands tightly while kissing her, because of which she was not able to move. After some time, Ranvir left Mahi. Mahi was now taking long breaths and was looking at him angrily. But Ranvir did not care about his anger. He looked into Mahi's eyes with a devil smile and said, "Baby, I was just relieving your pain. Why are you getting so angry?" Mahi said, "Did I ask you to relieve my pain? And you have brought me to such a place to scare me?" Mahi said, "First you scare me, then you forcefully kiss me in the name of relieving my pain." Saying this, she turned her face to the other side. Just now, Mahi had fulfilled her promise that Ranvir pulled her towards him, because of which Mahi came straight to Ranvir. Before she could get away from Ranvir, Ranvir grabbed her by the waist and put her head on his chest. Mahi was still struggling to get away from Ranvir. Ranvir kissed her on the neck and said, "Baby, there is no point in doing this. Because you can't get away from me unless I want to." Saying this, he bit Mahi's neck. Then a painful sigh came out of her mouth. Ranvir said, "If you want me not to bother you anymore, then go to sleep quietly. Otherwise, you will be responsible for what happens next." Mahi had started to know Ranvir a little by now. She knew that whatever Ranvir says, he does. That's why she stayed quiet. And because of staying in the same position quietly, she got hurt. Ranvir also realized that Mahi was asleep. That's why he also closed his eyes and started feeling Mahi's closeness. In a little while, he also fell asleep in his arms. Around 4:30 in the morning, Ranvir's phone started ringing. With the sound of a couple of rings, Ranvir woke up. When he looked up, Mahi was sleeping peacefully in his arms. She was looking innocent like a little child. Looking at her like this, Ranvir's face smiled. That's when his attention went to his phone, which was constantly ringing. Ranvir quickly received his phone. Then on the other side, Rudra's voice came. "Hello Ranvir, I am in my room. Before all of you wake up, bring Mahi back." Rudra knew that Ranvir had taken Mahi with him, because Ranvir had already messaged Rudra and told him. Ranvir just said that and disconnected the phone. Then Ranvir looked at Mahi, who was sleeping with a hug from all over the world. Seeing Mahi sleeping like this, Ranvir was falling in love with her. He kissed Mahi on the forehead and slowly put her to sleep on the next seat. It was not dawn yet. Ranvir started his car and left for the resort. In a little while, he reached the resort. He came out of the car and opened the gate towards Mahi. Then he put on his dupatta, which was removed from his neck. No matter how Mahi was in front of Ranvir, he did not want anyone else to see Mahi like this. Then he picked up Mahi in his lap and went inside. Everyone was still sleeping in the resort, so no one saw Ranvir. He picked up Mahi in his lap and took her to his room. He opened the door and went inside. He closed the door with his feet and went towards the bed. He slowly laid Mahi on the bed and covered her with a blanket. Ranvir was about to kiss her cheeks when he got a notification on his phone. Ranvir looked at his phone and the number from which the notification came. Seeing him, the expression of Ranvir's face became stiff. He opened the notification and as soon as he saw the message, his face expression became even darker. He went towards the balcony, dialed another number and talked to someone for a while. Then he disconnected the call and came back to the room. He looked at Mahi with his eyes full. Where a while ago there was a hard feeling on his face, he became soft as soon as he saw Mahi. He kissed Mahi's cheek and went out of the room. When Mahi woke up at 7 in the morning, the first thing he saw was the ceiling of his room. That's when he remembered everything that happened at night and he got up and sat down. When he looked around, he found himself in his room. Then he went and took a breath of peace. But then he thought, how did I come to the room? I was in Ranvir's car. Is Ranvir mein? Then he thought about something and shook his head and went towards the washroom. After about 2 hours, all the preparations for Sarika's farewell were done. Everyone else had also packed their luggage and told the servant to keep them in the car. Anitaji was calling Ranvir again and again, but he was not picking up the call. Losing, he asked Rudra, Rudra, do you know anything about Ranvir? He is not even in his room and is not even receiving his phone. Rudra knew that Ranvir was going to Mumbai for some work, from where he would return after 3 to 4 days. Rudra also knew what work he had gone for, but he could not tell Anitaji the truth. He told her the incomplete truth. Auntie, Ranvir had some urgent work at the Mumbai factory, so he had to leave early in the morning. He has told me and will return after 3 to 4 days. Anitaji listened to Rudra and said, this boy does not think of anything other than work. If only there is a girl in his life who can talk to him. After listening to him, Rudra thought, Auntie has come, just let him understand his feelings once. Because the name Ranvir is giving him is the name of his love for Mahi. Seeing Rudra lost in his thoughts, Anitaji said, now which thoughts are you lost in? Come on, get ready soon. Do you want to take Sarika home or not? Anitaji said the last line by teasing Rudra, so Rudra felt shy. In a while, Sarika also left. Maheshji and Nirmalaji bid farewell to their beloved daughter. Mahi hugged Sarika and cried a lot. As soon as Sarika left, everyone went home. In the morning, leaving Mahi at the resort, Ranvir left for RK Villa. After reaching the villa, he went to his room. He had to leave for Mumbai soon. So he took a shower early that day and got ready. He got ready and went to his study room and locked the door of the room. Then he moved towards a bookshelf. He picked up a book from that bookshelf and pressed the button behind it. So that bookshelf turned into a door. That door was locked with a password. When Ranvir entered the password, the door slid to one side. This was a secret room where only Rudra or Ranvir could go. Even the servants working in that villa did not know about it. There were many confidential documents and weapons in this secret room. Ranvir covered his face with a mask and sat in front of a screen. In a while, a person was seen on that screen. He greeted Ranvir as soon as he came. So Ranvir also nodded his head while responding to him. Are all the preparations done, Shera? Hearing Ranvir's words, Shera said, Chief, everything is ready as you said. And the fish is also trapped in the net. Ranvir said, okay, I will reach there by evening. You all be ready for the hunt. Saying this, he pressed a button and the screen turned off. Then Ranvir turned his rolling chair around and said with a mischievous smile, just a few more steps then the bet will be completely in my hands. Saying this, he started laughing like a devil. A few hours later, a private jet landed at Mumbai airport and as soon as its gate opened, about 8 to 10 bodyguards came out and stood in line. In a short while, Ranvir came out with black goggles on his eyes. At this time, his aura was looking very dangerous and his face expression was very cold. One hand was in his pocket and with the other hand, he put the phone on his ear and started coming down the stairs. Behind him, 2 more people were bringing briefcases in their hands who were wearing black suits. Ranvir stood there and sat in a big black car and along with him, about 8 to 10 black cars left from there with that car. After a while, his car was running at full speed with other cars on the roads of Mumbai. In Indore, Maheshji's house, Mahi was sitting with Nirmalaji in the Mahi hall. Nirmalaji said, Mahi dear, tomorrow is Sarika's Pakferi ritual so we have to do all her preparations. Mahi asked happily, Auntie ji, when will sister come to stay here? Nirmalaji said with a smile, tomorrow will be the Pakferi ritual but after a few days, we will bring Sarika. If you want, you can also go with your uncle to bring Sarika. Mahi did not know that Ranvir has gone to Mumbai at this time and will not come for 3 to 4 days. So, after hearing about going there, Mahi remembered Ranvir and his actions. She said quickly, actually, Because of marriage, I have not been able to go to college for many days, so I have to complete my notes too. Mahi said all this in one breath. Then Nirmala ji said, okay, you can go some other time. After hearing this, Mahi breathed a sigh of relief. Then Nirmala ji's phone rang. She received the phone and started talking. Then Mahi got up from there and came to her room. She was lost in her own thoughts at that time. She was afraid that Ranvir would not come anywhere in the Pakferi. Then her phone also started ringing. She saw Ruhi's name on the phone and a smile came on her face. She sat on the bed, kept a pillow in her lap and started talking on the phone. Mahi said loudly, "Hello Ruhi." Ruhi said on the other side, "Hello Mahi, how are you?" Mahi said, "I am fine. You tell me, you are coming tomorrow, right?" Ruhi said, "Yes, I am also coming with everyone tomorrow." Mahi thought for a while and asked Ruhi, "Ruhi, is everyone from your family coming?" Ruhi said, "Yes, everyone is coming. Except Ranvir bhai. He has gone out for some work. He will come after 4 to 5 days." Mahi had to hear this. But she could not directly ask Ruhi. But Ruhi told her herself. Mahi started jumping on the bed out of happiness. Then on the other side, Ruhi said, "Mahi, what happened?" Mahi said to herself, "Nothing Ruhi, I am very happy that we are all going to meet tomorrow." But the real reason for Mahi's happiness was something else which she could not share with anyone. Ruhi also said happily, "Yes Mahi, I wish you would also live in our house. I wish Ranvir would also live in our house. If Ranvir bhai marries you, then you should also live with us. Forever." Why did Ruhi say this to Mahi? Does she know what happened between Mahi and Ranvir? What answer will Mahi give to Ruhi? Why did Ranvir go to Mumbai? To know more, keep listening to Oh Baby only on Love Pulse Diaries.